What's the moment I realized that house wasn't just empty? When I was 22, I worked part-time as a delivery driver for a small sushi restaurant in a quiet suburb. Not glamorous, but the tips were good and the hours were flexible while I finished my degree. One Friday night, right before close, we got a weird order. 4 rolls paid in cash to a house way out near the edge of town. The address wasn't in our regular delivery zone, but the guy who called said he'd tip big. My boss shrugged and told me to take it. It was about 9:45 p.m. when I pulled up. The street was dark, no streetlights, and the house was barely visible behind overgrown trees. No cars in the driveway. I texted the number on the order. No reply. I knocked. Nothing. Just as I turned to leave, the porch light flicked on and the door creaked open. A man stood there, late 40s maybe, tall, thin, wearing a flannel shirt and jeans. No shoes. "You're late," he said flatly. I laughed it off. "Traffic, sorry, that'll be $27 or $50. Instead of handing me cash, he just stared, then said, "Come in, I have to find my wallet." "No worries, I can wait here," I replied, suddenly alert. Something felt wrong. The air inside the house was stale. No TV, no lights except the one above the porch. "Come inside," he said again, more firmly. My gut screamed no. I smiled, said, "I'll just call the store," and reached for my phone, only to realize it was dead. I'd meant to charge it in the car, but forgot. I was completely cut off. No GPS, no contact, no help. That's when I saw it, over his eye, shoulder, inside the house. A second man, just a glimpse, standing still in the shadows like he was waiting, not moving, not saying a word. My heart started pounding. "Actually, I think I left the food in the car," I lied, backing away. As I turned, I heard the door creak wider behind me. I didn't run, not yet. I opened my car door slowly, pretending to reach for the bag. But instead, I popped the trunk, a trick my dad taught me when I first started delivering. He'd stashed an old tire iron and a pair of jumper cables inside. Not for car trouble, for protection, just in case. I grabbed the tire iron, slid into the driver's seat, and quietly locked the doors. That's when I saw them. Both men were walking toward my car, fast, one from the porch, the other from around the side of the house. I didn't wait. I turned the key, threw it into reverse, and floored it. My tires kicked up gravel as I sped backward down the driveway and tore off down the road, heart in my throat. Back at the restaurant, I told my boss everything. He called the police. An hour later, they found the house, abandoned. No furniture, no utilities, totally empty. The phone number used for the order was a burner. No trace of the men. The cop told me something that still gives me chills. 3 weeks. Earlier, a driver for a different takeout place went missing in the next county. Same kind of setup. Rural address, late night delivery. He was never found. If my phone had been working, I might have stayed, called the store, waited, trusted the situation longer than I should have. But that dead battery forced me to rely on instincts. And on that tire iron I almost forgot I had. Now, every time I deliver, I double check my phone, keep my car running, and never go inside a house. Dead phone or not, I always listen to that feeling when something doesn't sit right.